This unexpected "Angel Baby Cam" moment shocked Arlington. Bruno reacted live. The crowd thought they knew what was coming next. The lights dimmed, the music softened, and tens of thousands of fans inside Globe Life Field braced for another flawless transition in a high-energy show. But what happened instead was something no one could have predicted, and within seconds, the entire stadium fell into a stunned silence. In a tour already filled with polished performances and chart-topping hits, Bruno Mars delivered a moment that felt raw, unscripted, and deeply human. What fans are now calling the "Angel Baby Cam" instantly became the most talked-about highlight of the romantic tour's fifth night in Arlington, Texas. The moment unfolded midway through the concert. As the camera panned across the audience, something typical for large stadium productions, it suddenly locked onto a young fan whose emotional reaction quickly caught the attention of everyone in the arena. The screen magnified a scene that felt intimate despite the scale: tears, laughter, and a sense of disbelief. It was not choreographed. It was not planned. And most importantly, it was real. What elevated the moment even further was Bruno Mars himself. Known for his precision and stage control, he paused. Not dramatically, not theatrically, but instinctively. He looked up at the giant screen, smiled, and let the music breathe. For a few seconds, the performance wasn't about him anymore. It was about connection. That pause changed everything. According to multiple attendees and viral footage circulating on TikTok and X, the stadium collectively shifted from roaring excitement to emotional stillness. Then came the eruption: cheers, applause, and a wave of shared feeling that transformed the atmosphere entirely. This wasn't just another viral concert clip. It was a defining moment. The romantic tour has already been one of the most talked about live music events of the year, reinforcing Bruno Mars' reputation as one of the most complete performers in modern pop. With a catalog that blends funk, R&B, soul, and pop, his shows are often described as flawless machines. But the "Angel Baby Cam" moment introduced something different: imperfection, spontaneity, and vulnerability. Industry observers say that contrast is exactly what made it powerful. Bruno Mars has always been known for control, every note, every step, said a Los Angeles-based concert producer who has worked with major touring acts. But what we saw in Arlington was the opposite. He let go. And audiences respond to that in a much deeper way. That response has been immediate. Within hours, clips of the moment began trending across platforms, generating millions of views and sparking discussions about authenticity in live performance. Fans weren't just sharing the video, they were sharing how it made them feel. In an era where concerts are often engineered down to the second, moments like this are rare. Music critic Danielle Harper from a prominent U.S. entertainment outlet described it as a reminder that live music is still unpredictable, and that unpredictability is what keeps it alive. She added, "Bruno Mars didn't need to say anything. His reaction, just a look, a pause, communicated more than any scripted speech ever could." The impact goes beyond a single night in Arlington. Analysts suggest that moments like the "Angel Baby Cam" could influence how future tours are designed. There is growing demand for experiences that feel personal, even in massive venues. Audiences no longer just want to watch, they want to participate, to be seen, to matter, and Bruno Mars seems to understand that instinctively. Throughout his career, he has built a reputation not only as a hitmaker but as a performer who reads the room with remarkable precision. From intimate crowd interactions to explosive choreography, his ability to adapt in real time sets him apart from many of his peers. The Arlington moment may be the clearest example yet. While there has been no official statement from Bruno Mars or his team specifically addressing the "Angel Baby Cam," the silence itself speaks volumes. It reinforces the idea that the moment was genuine, not manufactured for publicity, not staged for virality, and yet, ironically, it became viral anyway. That organic spread is significant in today's media landscape. Unlike traditional promotional campaigns, which rely on calculated releases and strategic timing, this moment grew purely through audience reaction. It is, in many ways, the ultimate form of engagement, fans have since begun speculating whether similar segments will appear in future shows. Some believe it could evolve into a recurring feature, while others argue that its power lies precisely in its unpredictability. If you try to recreate it, you lose the magic, said one touring stage director. What happened in Arlington worked because it wasn't supposed to happen. Beyond the immediate buzz, the moment also highlights a broader shift in pop culture. The line between performer and audience continues to blur. Social media amplifies that dynamic, turning individual experiences into collective narratives almost instantly. In that environment, artists who can navigate both performance and authenticity hold a unique advantage. Bruno Mars has long been part of that conversation. From his early chart dominance to his collaborations that redefined retro-inspired pop, his influence has consistently extended beyond music alone. The Romantic Tour, with its mix of spectacle and intimacy, represents the latest evolution of that influence, and the Angel Baby Cam moment may ultimately define it, not because it was planned, but because it wasn't. For many fans, the memory of that night will not be tied to a specific song or choreography. It will be tied to a feeling, a pause in time when everything aligned unexpectedly. Those are the moments that linger long after the lights go out. As the tour continues, all eyes will be on what Bruno Mars does next. Will he lean into these unscripted interactions? Or will this remain a singular, unrepeatable highlight? Either way, the Arlington moment has already secured its place in the narrative of his career. It serves as a reminder that even in the most polished productions, the most powerful moments are often the simplest ones. A glance. A pause. A shared emotion between artist and audience. In a music industry constantly chasing the next big innovation, perhaps the answer has been there all along: connection. And for one unforgettable night in Arlington, Bruno Mars didn't just perform it, he lived it. In the days following the Arlington show, the ripple effect of the Angel Baby Cam moment has only grown stronger. New angles continue to surface online, each clip adding another layer to what many are now calling one of the most authentic live concert moments of the year. For fans who were there, it has become a story they retell with emotion. For those who weren't, it has become something to chase, a reason to watch, share, and anticipate what might happen next. What stands out is how effortlessly Bruno Mars bridged the gap between spectacle and sincerity. In a venue as massive as Globe Life Field, creating a sense of intimacy is no small feat. Yet, for a brief moment, the scale disappeared. The production faded into the background, and what remained was a shared human experience amplified across thousands of people. Some industry insiders believe this could mark a subtle shift in how major tours are evaluated. It's no longer just about ticket sales, visuals, or vocal performance. Emotional impact, moments that resonate beyond the stage, are becoming equally important. And in that category, Bruno Mars continues to set a high standard. There is also a growing conversation about how artists can maintain authenticity in an age dominated by viral expectations. Ironically, the more audiences crave real moments, the harder they are to manufacture. That's why the Arlington incident feels different. It wasn't designed to trend, yet it did, organically and powerfully. As the Romantic Tour moves forward, one question lingers: can lightning strike twice? Whether it does or not may not matter. Because sometimes, a single unscripted moment is enough to redefine an entire tour, and remind the world why live music still matters.